I just picked up an actor, and she was she graduated from acting school and all that. She was doing little I don't know what you call it, to try to get the part, whatever that's called. Anyway, we were talking, and she said something about archetypes. I said, y'all, because we were talking about the hero and the villain and all. And she said something about the archetypes. I said, that's amazing. Very few people really understand archetypes. And they call you crazy when you start talking about it, because the archetype is happening in your family, on your job, in your city, in the world. We know that Russia is always war and oil. You know, Russia's always been war. The archetypes are everywhere. And I told her, I said, and I went in a little deeper with her. I said, once you see the archetypes, like right here, these telephones, these trees, these fences, there's an archetype of everything. Everything has an archetype. And I told her, I said, once you see the archetype everywhere, everything has an archetype. The lines on this, there's a certain way they do the lines all over the country. There's an archetype for everything. And I said, once you see the archetype, you see past time. And I was telling her about this. She said, yeah, one of my professors said it was like the cycles of life, or cycles. I said, exactly. Everything cycles. Everything repeats. You have daily, yearly, monthly, decade, century. Everything repeats in a cycle. And it's a birthing. I said, it's to birth you to your new state. So you're in a birthing system, and each day it's kind of exciting, because you're wondering what you're going to be birthed into next. And I told her, I said, everybody's kind of an actor, really. We're all actors, especially on the job or in life. You have to be an actor in certain ways. But I told her, she could hear me. I said, do you understand how if you see the archetypes, you see past time? She said, yeah. This girl was like 25, 26. And she could see it. And the reason I know she could see it, because she responded with this. She said, one time we had a class where they were talking about something that happened in the 18th century, the 19th century, and today. And it was the same stuff happening in that curriculum, or that book or whatever. Oh, there was a book or a movie somebody wrote that was different ages, but the same stuff. And so no matter, this is why all the time travel movies, if you watch them long enough, you'll realize you're just in a repeat. If you're still here and you're saved, you're here in place of Jesus. You're an ambassador, you're an evangelist, you're a messenger in place of Christ. Christ in you, the hope, glory. When you see him, you'll be like him. So right now you're in the sanctification process, being changed into his image. So each moment of every day is changing you more and more to his image, from glory to glory. And so I don't know why preachers don't talk about this. This is so obvious, it's not even funny. Every day is the same. Every day is the same. I know so there's some bottles here, and I don't even have to look over there, and somebody says, well, there's some water bottles over here. I know the type and the archetype, the type and shadow, the type, so I know what them bottles over there look like. You understand what I'm saying? The way water works, the way air, gases work, the way liquids work, the way ice works, anything frozen, the way you act when it's cold, when it's hot, when you're sick. There's archetypes everywhere, in sickness and in health. So if you actually saw somebody who was healthy all the time, then you need to follow what they're doing. Find out what they're doing, because it's going to apply across the board. So an archetype applies across the board, across all ages, across all time. And so when you see an archetype, and there's a movie standing right there. When you watch enough movies, you start to see the pattern of the hero, the villain, and all the different type of characters. And it's just repeating. It's repeating. It's repeating. Why? Mother Earth, Mother Earth is a cycle system to birth in the spiritual creature. You're moving from the flesh mind to the spirit mind. You're moving from the natural mind to the spirit mind. You're moving from the flesh mind, the natural mind. You got the unsaved, you got the saved who are still in the natural mind, you got the spirit mind. There's three kinds of people. The unsaved, which is not born again. You got the saved people, some of them are in the natural mind still. And then you got the spirit-filled people who are in the spirit mind. And once you step into the spirit mind, you see the simulation. This place is a joke. It's the same stuff happening over and over and over. It teaches you how to even invest.